This is Thanksgiving weekend in Canada, and you'd expect that I'd be very thankful. Unfortunately, my situation has taken a sharp turn into the uncertain. On Saturday, October the 8th, 2022, my work truck has disappeared from our rear parking here at the house in Montrose, Edmonton. I can't be sure about the exact time, but would assume it must have been driven away in the early morning hours while everyone was sleeping.
Hello and welcome to another video on this channel. My name is George Schlackheg. Hey, this is the first video that I'm recording back in Edmonton after our 2 months stay in Puerto Vallarta. And I already got something to tell you that is kind of surprising. It was really sudden for me, but even in Puerto Vallarta, I started looking for a pickup truck that I could get and fix up for my business to use, for my handyman business, because my old one got stolen. Tell you the truth, last year at this time, I would not have been able to even think about getting another truck and getting into fixing a truck, fixing it up for work, because I guess there was some level of depression there, the loss of my other pickup truck. It affected me. It affected me in a big way. But throughout the year, I did a whole lot of stuff to try and get business flying my drone for clients. Haven't been too successful, to be honest with you, but I'm doing a lot of stock footage, and it's kind of fun, but it's more like a hobby at this point. It doesn't pay the bills. Doing handyman work with the Ford Focus is a short-term solution. It doesn't make sense in the long run, so that's why I went shopping for another pickup truck. And as you can probably tell, I'm sitting in one right now, and believe it or not, this is mine. This is 100% my pickup truck. Does it run? Well, it will. It's not running at this point. So I got what I believe to be a pretty good deal. I paid $1,100 for this thing. This is Canadian money. So in American money, that is probably like $800. And it's a very solid truck. It's got a good frame. It's got what I believe to be a good engine. Mind you, there's no guarantee. But here's the thing. This truck is equipped with a propane fuel system, so you can actually switch between gasoline and propane. They took off the tank. The guy that had it said it was his uncle's truck, and he used to have a camper on there, and the camper got taken off and scrapped. So I guess somebody had use for this tank, and they parked the truck. It's been parked for a while. I believe it's been parked for 8 years is what he told me, but he wasn't even 100% sure. So, yeah, that's the thing. How do you get a truck to run that has been parked for that long? It'll have to go probably through a safety inspection. If not, well, I'm going to do all the safety on it anyways. But from what I can see so far, a lot of the stuff is in better shape than you might expect. This thing was maintained, was taken care of. The body has its rust, but it's not totally rotted away. The frame is solid. The engine doesn't show any signs of any major problems from the outside. It turns over, but, the battery is, of course, dead. One problem with the truck is I don't have keys for it. The guy said there were kids playing in it at his uncle's farm, and they never found the key after that. So I'm still hoping that maybe if I clean out the cab here, maybe I'll find the keys. But, if not, I have two options. One of them basically involves either GM or locksmith to get new keys made for this serial number truck, which I believe would probably do the trick. Mind you, the locks, they could be a bit stiff. Nothing that a little bit of graphite oil couldn't fix, but hey, maybe the other option would be to go to the junkyard, get a set of locks and keys for a truck like this that I could just swap. So I don't know how to take the ignition lock out of the steering column. It might actually involve taking off the entire column, which really isn't that big a deal on these trucks, but you know. So yes, my channel is usually, you know, it's all over the place, but the common thread is that it's frugal lifestyle, enjoying life, and kind of making the most out of what you got. So here I got a truck that is not running and that I will need this season for handyman work. Got an 8-foot bed and everything. And yeah, leave me a comment. Are you interested in seeing what I'm doing to this truck to get it on the road? And I'm hoping you will, because I kind of got my mind already set that this is good content for YouTube and I'm going to share it with you. If you think that's a bad fit or you don't want to see it, feel free to leave me a comment. That doesn't mean I'm gonna follow your advice, because I'm stubborn, I'm telling you. But let me show you what I bought. I'm sitting in it right now. Let's turn this camera around so you can have a look. Do you want to inspect the underside of the truck with me?
Okay, let's start with the front end. Well, everything looks rusty. That's just normal with a truck like this. What do we have here? That's a starter motor. Can't tell if it's good or not. Transmission, it's kind of coated with some oily substance. Not sure if that's a major leak or just some seepage from somewhere with dirt stuck to it. We'll find out much later. Now let's, here, what are we looking at now? This is still the front. There's the steering box. There's the engine. No oil leak there from what I can see. The frame looks nice and solid. The sway bar, everything's there. It's got a beautiful grille in the front. Not that makes it run better or anything. So there we have the rear. It all looks very rusty as well, but trust me, I knocked the frame with the hammer and it's pretty good.
Yeah, guys, so this is it. This is what I'm going to be doing in my spare time. Yeah. This is what I'm going to be doing in my spare time for maybe the next couple of months or so. I'm happy because I got a truck that is full of potential. It's got a solid frame. It's doesn't show any major signs of any breakdowns. Engines last longer when they run on propane, so this truck probably been running on propane for most of its life, or for much of it. And when I get it going, you know, hopefully I'll get the gasoline side working first, the way that GM had designed it. And then the propane conversion kit probably, from what I can tell so far, just needs regular maintenance parts like diaphragms, filters, that kind of thing, maybe a hose here and there. But for the most part, I think everything is good. The one thing that's missing, of course, is the propane tank. So I'll be on the hunt for one of those. If you're in Edmonton and you know somebody who has one sitting in their yard, needs to get rid of it, yeah, I'll be interested. Anyways, I looked this over as good as I could yesterday when I bought this. And like after seeing this, I had a good feeling about it. It wasn't overpriced. A lot of these old trucks, guys, people are going crazy because they believe it's some kind of treasure. This one, it's still a rusty old shitbox, but it's fixable. Most of it is fixable. It's never going to look perfect. That's not what I'm after. I want a reliable truck that I can drive for the next 5 to 10 years, and then I'll be 71 and I'll probably use it very, very little, if at all. So let me know, do you think this is a good idea? Do you think this truck even gonna last that long? Well, leave me a comment. I'm interested to hear some objective opinions, because maybe mine is not objective at this point. You know, I'm just I got a vision for this truck, so I'm probably biased. But anyways, what I'll be doing right now is pressure washing the inside of the truck. I can't reach under the hood. My garden hose isn't long enough, so there'll be a whole bunch of stuff I have to get. Have to get a decent jack, have to get a battery for this truck, gotta get keys made. That's just to get started. I guess you notice the tires, except for one, they're all flat and they've been sitting, so I'm in the market for a set of tires. Hopefully they won't be too expensive. They're 15-inch, 235, 75 by 15. I think they're kind of rare these days, but maybe somebody's got some stock or whatever, you know. So yeah, that's my story right now. Quite a change from Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. And I tell you, I'm still going to show you Mexico videos because I haven't got around to editing all the stuff, but I really believe some of it's worth seeing. If you're interested in visiting Puerto Vallarta, you know, there are some things that I've seen that I want you to see as well, at least on YouTube. And maybe it's going to get you to visit Puerto Vallarta because it's so worth it, guys. So yeah, this is part 1 of my new series. It's all about an old pickup truck, believe it or not. And I am usually the guy who says, well, we have too many cars on the road, but you know what? Trucks make a lot of sense. You need something to haul your equipment around, you need something to haul materials around, and what could be better than an old pickup truck with an 8-foot bed? And this is exactly what I got here.